Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Sunshan, and today we're just gonna build a basic winter themed neighborhood right in this area above my nook's cranny. So I wanted to add something above my nook's cranny, but I just didn't know what to put, so I was thinking maybe I can make another neighborhood. Also, today, since I don't have many ideas for the left two houses yet, I'm gonna build the right houses first. But if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. And maybe, just maybe, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be putting up more Animal Crossing New Horizons content soon. Anyways, I wanted to add a cliff behind my villager's home to make it like a scenic background from the front. So I started to just build a small little pond, and of course I don't think any of you would want to watch me build cliffs for 20 minutes, so I made the video speed up. Now it slipped my mind that I'm already on the second and third cliff level, and therefore I cannot put anything on that fourth level. Nintendo, please, I want to add stuff on that fourth level. But I start to make a bunch of waterfalls to make up for it and try to connect them to one another. Now we're just gonna pop this balloon, and it's a DIY, and we're gonna start to make this pond. Now I didn't know exactly what type of shape I wanted, but I know I wanted to make it big or at least medium size and put a tree there. Now behind this neighborhood I'm trying to make a forest, like a mysterious forest, and that's why I wanted to add a bunch of water and perhaps a bit more trees. And at this point I look at this pathing and I'm just like, geez, this is terrible, I'm going to get rid of it. And as we're trying to get rid of it, I see Whitney asking me something, and that something is to come up with a greeting. Okay, we're gonna come up with a greeting, and I'm not really creative with these greetings, so let's see. Grass. Yeah, I just said grass. That is exactly what I wanted to do. Alright, let's try it out. Grass. Good. Anyway, so at this point I forget about the pathing and go right back to Whitney's house, and I just start putting up a bunch of fences. And since we can customize these fences now, I wanted to put the green longboard fence. I don't remember what they're called, and then I took them down so I could put the vines, and then I got distracted again and picked up a bunch of the flowers that were just laying around everywhere. Now after picking up a few of these flowers and going back up on this cliff, I started to put down a few of these cosmos, and I realized I didn't have enough space because of the extra fourth level cliff, so I had to break it down a little, and I started to put down the pink and white ones because I thought they were really pretty and they kind of matched the winter snow. And I'm trying to make the cliff top as minimal as possible, so I only added the stone stool, and at this point I was struggling to kind of get rid of this other waterfall and realized that I didn't even have the waterfall shovel out so I can plant a single pumpkin. And yeah, so we got it back out and I redid the cliff. Well, here we go again. I go right back to the path that I said that I was going to get rid of, and I'm just going to get rid of it. And at this point I get rid of this path because I just think it doesn't match the aesthetic of this specific neighborhood. Now that that's done, it is time for the po to my tato, the chicken to my rooster, and I don't know what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is to get the furniture on the ground. And we start by putting this sleigh, and I think this really matches the winter aesthetic, especially because it is winter, and what do you do in winter? You go sleighing. Actually, I'm not too sure what you do in winter because I live in a very tropical area in real life. And now we just start putting down these hedges, aka fencing, and I don't know why I put spaces between them, but eventually I just start to fill them in, and I see these unnecessary flowers and I try to pick them up so I can put more fencing down, but I realize that my pockets are becoming very full, so I don't complete them. Eventually I do get the fencing down, and I start to pick up the remainder of the cosmos flowers, and the place is starting to look bright and clean. as you can see, even though it is dark winter right now. And now at this point I wanted to put down a tree because I think it would really match the cliff, and having a little tree by the house would be really cute. And I did put down a few furniture items, but eventually I do take them down as well, and I get rid of some of the stuff that's in my pocket to put in the general area of the neighborhood. And in front of Toby's house, I put down the log bench, and eventually in front of the log bench, I'm going to put down the simple DIY bench. And he's kind of like the Bob the Builder, and I think for Whitney, I kind of want to make a garden because I feel like she would really match this garden aesthetic. So I do get rid of the cypress bathtub, and the froggy chair will go somewhere in this garden. Now, for all the paths that I use in this video, I will have them in the description down below, but I do use this very cute The Path because it has some green to it, and I think green will really spice up that snowy texture that we have in the game right now. So I just start to put down a bunch of pathing, and I put down this random path because I wanted to make like a sitting deck area, but I realized that it wasn't really cute, so I get rid of it and I try to fix up the path and to make it more, I guess, one smaller, one bigger, and eventually I do get it right. Yep, it's all coming together now. Now that I'm distracted again, I put down some pathing in the main neighborhood area, and I use this generic dark dirt path, say it with me, dark dirt path, and I just lay it where that path I had earlier, and I think it really pops within this white snow, and I think I'm just going to stick with this for now, and I just keep laying them down, and eventually I do mess up some parts of the way, and at the end I do make the ends kind of round. Now, next to the pond, I do add another pathing to make it kind of like a space where more people can walk and get closer to the pond, and maybe they can do some ice fishing. And I do also add more fencing to the other side just to make it more unison in a way. And eventually for these green fencing, I do add in or spice up with some pink fencing too. Now, here is that simple DIY bench from earlier that I put down, and I moved the sleigh a little to make it more closer to Toby's house, and then I'm just checking how the dirt path looks, and from here I just wanted to make more fencing to replace the green fences with these pink fences. Now, I don't replace all of them, obviously, like I said earlier, but I think that mixing up the fences is really cute. And there's froggy chair again. Froggy chair. Anyway, yeah, I add this little hand washing station for Whitney to kind of wash her hands after doing a long day of gardening. And now I'm going to put down some generic pathing. I use the lighter dirt path, and I put them all down, and I soon realized that we can kind of spice it up again by adding the dark dirt path to make it kind of a pattern. Now, the most important thing from this entire speed build, putting down the froggy chair in the perfect place in this garden. Now, as I try to go get some vegetables, I see Pinky wanting to move out, and you know what I tell her? Go ahead, go follow your dreams of becoming a famous pop star, because I can go find a new villager, and I will see you at Happy Home Paradise Archipelago. Now that that's done with, I am back at the neighborhood, and I just start to plant a bunch of these crops, because what is a garden without some crops? So I get every single type of vegetable, and I try to put them kind of very randomly to make it look like it's more, you know, like a home garden. Once we got these crops done, I wanted to add some of the older furniture items we had, such as this stall, to kind of make a little shed. And I think this is one of my favorite little things that came out of the original part of the game, and I wanted to keep some original aspects to it, and so I used the stalls to make the shed and put down a few items on them. Once I finished putting down stuff on the shed, we passed Froggy Chair, and we're gonna put down a few of these garden wagons across the garden. And I didn't like it in the original place that I just placed it at, so I started to get distracted again and put some green leaf piles on the ground and move a few of the plants near the shed, and eventually you'll see where I end up putting this garden wagon. But for now, I get rid of this Cosmos to put down a new furniture item that I found earlier, which is a ski rack, and I wanted to put this down because it kind of matches the sleigh from earlier, and I feel like Toby would be someone who's slays. And then I put down this garden wagon from earlier as well, and I wanted to add a flat garden rock because why not? Well, now I'm putting down a few more touches, and I wanted to add more color to this build, so I added the cherry blossom piles, and then I added the beehive. I was gonna say honeycombs, but the beehives because the honeycomb is yellow, and I wanted to move the Froggy Chair from the right side to the left, and as you can see, I do put the umbrella first, but I do get rid of it so I can put the table to kind of look at the ocean view and the Froggy Chair facing that way as well. And I do end up moving the cherry blossom piles because the blue and the pink really match very well together. And as you can see here, I just add a few more touches to this garden, and I just drop a few items and overall pick up random things that I really didn't like. But I really liked how this garden for Whitney turned out, and this entire neighborhood as well. And here are the results. I have changed the day, and I just liked how this entire neighborhood turned out. I added a few of those grass wheat field looking furniture onto the side of the pond because I got rid of the pathing. And then as we go inside, first see Toby's house, you see that I didn't really change a lot. I kept the sleigh and the ski rack. And with the new feature, I'm going to give you all the cute little close-ups of Toby's house and Whitney's house. And as you can see, here is that ski rack and the pink fencing in the background. And we go out of this view so I can show you the garden. Now, I love the color schemes of this garden and all the vegetables, and of course the Froggy Chair, the main event. And I also really liked this shed because I think it's very simple and it has the honeycomb and it feels very like a home garden, perfect for Whitney. And here are some close-ups of that shed and Whitney's house. And there's some vines in the background, and if you're wondering what door plate I'm using the Nook Inks door plate from the Nintendo app on your mobile phone. So if you want to get that, you could get that by redeeming your points. So what did you guys think? If you liked this video, please like and subscribe down below, and comment down below what you think I should do for the left side neighborhood. Anyway, bye!